Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where last time we reached Mamook, the city of Zoraal Ja, and now we are looking for the last of the feats, or the last of the electors for the feats. City of Silence. Well, we all know what comes next. Let's find the elector. Two streets seem to converge upon this plaza, so I propose we split our numbers between them. Given Mamook's guidance, I also suggest we err on the side of caution and move throughout the city in pairs. Erenville can come with me and Alize can go with Cryo. That leaves Desiree to accompany Vuklamat. If these arrangements are to everyone's satisfaction, then may our respective searches prove fruitful. I think I already did that, yeah. You can still hear me, right? And see me? Hello? Your words may as well be ambient noise for all the care the citizen pays you. As you begin to speak, the man abruptly turns and leaves. Abruptly turns and leaves. Well... Please tell me you've had better luck. Nope. People are ignoring us. No one will talk to you either? I was prepared for hard stares and harsh words, but this is something else. That building there looks like a shop, doesn't it? Let's go and take a look. A merchant wouldn't ignore us, surely. Hello there, we'd like to ask you something if you don't mind. Move along, outsiders. We're just trying to find someone, but Dawn Servant's elector. Could you tell us where we are? And ignored. How are we supposed to find the elector if nobody will even speak with us? Everyone, can you hear me? Come to the massive stone structure on the west side of the city, as quickly as you can.
Up there!
Bested by a mere shade.
Zoraal Ja? Papa?
Not as you know him. What you see is an arcane manifestation of the Dawn Servant as he was in his prime.
The channeler is Zoraal Ja, autarch of Mamook and elector for the feet of the Brotherhood.
Yolal's mightiest warrior, yet wisest you are not. You who spurned your retainer's aid when battling your betters.
To prove oneself superior to blessed siblings by surpassing the shade of Zoraal Ja himself. That is the final feat. The first promise fought alone and fell short, but that is now the least of his concerns.
You could have let your foolishness end with your failure. But instead, you attempted to harm an anointed elector. Zoraal Ja, as of this moment, you are no longer a claimant. I disqualify you from the right of succession. Be gone from my sight.
This isn't over yet. I will be the one to reach the Golden City.
When Zoraal Ja was defeated, he tried to take the keystone by force. But he was thwarted by Father Shade.
My dearest child, welcome home. This feat was made for you. Only blessed siblings could hope to defeat Zoraal Ja. But ere we begin, I would see the fruits of your triumphs. Come, show me your tablets.
Two.
What is this? Where are your keystones? Explain yourself, boy! No matter. Not all can be expected to go to plan. What keystones you lack, you can easily take.
I tried. But I couldn't. I cannot beat her.
You mean to tell me that you, glory of Mamook, for whom all here have sacrificed, were defeated by your inferiors? You are as useless as your siblings. A failure. Leave and never return! You have no place here!
Let's go, brother.
Worthless! Pathetic! This was our chance to claim sovereignty, and he ruins it! But when these stragglers fail, Zoraal Ja will be forced to extend his rule. And in the next rite of succession, we will present a better claimant. So come, stand before me, and fall.
I won't do your trial.
Oh? You intend to forfeit the right?
Papa wants his successor to intimately understand the country he loves. Every step of my journey, I've learned something about our peoples and their cultures. I would do the same here in Mamook. The Zoraal Ja deserve nothing less, so your battle can wait.
I'm of the same mind. Father named you an elector for a reason. There must be something that he would have us learn.
Do as you will. But until you triumph over the Shade, you shall proceed no further.
Promise, I would speak with you. Meet me on the western outskirts.
That was a dramatic escalation. It's hard to believe Zoraal Ja was bested in battle. I'd heard about this channeling art before. Passed down through a certain clan, it employs arcane implements to produce a smoke from which the mage can conjure a shade. The first promise's attendant just now, did his word not strike you as strange? I will want to reach the Golden City, as though he intends to venture there with or without Zoraal Ja. The electors we have met thus far all had their peculiarities, but each we felt would judge claimants equally. Mr. Zoraal Ja, however, seems set in his belief that only blessed siblings are worthy of a throne. Why would a Dawn servant name an openly biased man elector? Worrying about Zoraal Ja won't get us anywhere. That lady, on the other hand, was the first person to address us with any civility since we arrived. We should go and meet her, hear what she has to say. The western outskirts, right? Good. Was that Zoraal Ja's mother, or? If Zoraal Ja is Bunara and she's Hubigo, then... Whatever her relation to Zoraal Ja, I hope we can trust her. We could do with at least one ally in the city. She looks troubled. To bid us thus meet her in private is both an important and delicate matter. Finally, a real conversation. Thank you for coming. My name is Zoraal Ja. Here we may talk freely, away from prying eyes. And what is it you wish to talk about? Tell me, what do you think of Mamook? Well, we don't have much to say yet. No one wants to speak with us. All who remain in the city are devoted to the traditional ways. I believe that blessed siblings are superior, that only they are worthy to lead the peoples of this continent. Most would not deign to address outsiders, deeming them beneath notice. Sounds like an ideal community so far as Zoraal Ja is concerned. I'm tired. Exhausted by this senselessness. There are others like me, but we dare not speak our truth aloud. Yet now we have an opportunity to reclaim our agency. For you have bested Bakul Jaja. You, a Jabral, inferior by all presumptions, triumphed over our two-headed champion. This time anyway. Next time I might not be so lucky. Bakul Jaja is just that strong. I seriously don't understand why he cheats so much. It seems to me he'd do better if he just trusted his own abilities. He's desperate. Other blessed siblings have fallen before. Mullah Jaja of the Silver Skates for one. He traveled across the salt in search of conquest, only to be overcome. By us. But no matter how the individual may falter, the people still believe in blessed siblings' supremacy. Because of my father. He who united Tural under one rule, in their eyes stands as testament to the tradition's infallibility. Regardless of your father's virtuous intent, his greatest triumph has only fanned the flames of our people's obsession. However, as both his daughter and claimant to his legacy, your triumph could prove that Gulul Jaja's true strength lies not in his birth, but in his character. And in so doing, you may give us the strength to renounce blessed siblings forever. I can understand wanting to forsake zealotry, but isn't forsaking two-headed Mamulja going a bit far? You must decide that for yourself, whether the price we pay is worth an empty dream. Okay, what is that supposed to mean? First, what price and, empty dream? If I can use my status as a Dawn Servant's daughter to help the people of Mamook, I'm happy to do so, but I'd like to better understand Milalja's motivations first. Gulul Jaja labored to break down walls, but his very existence would instead lead some to erase them is unfortunate. A price we pay? Is she referring to a marriage between the Hubigo and Bunua clans? I expect it was for his devotees that Bakul Jaja joined the right of succession. What I know about Mamulja extremism is limited to what I've heard through rumors. The same is true for most who hail from Jacques Dural. There's a place that will help you understand our plight. It lies far to the west of here. Follow me. Fence. For a moment, I thought these were gravestones. But no, just a fence. You don't find sites like these anywhere else. Is that a meteorite up there? Where? I don't see it. That, or... Aye, and judging by their attachment, that tree must benefit from a meteorite's unique ether. So that's probably... Anyway, we should press on. Milalja was anxious for us to see whatever it is she has to show us. The canopy blocks out the sun so completely, it's as if we're in a room without windows. A hunting camp, like as not. I'd love to talk to Mamook hunters and learn about the race, except they'd probably ignore me. The others have continued on. Let's catch up to them. Having seen how dark this forest is, I can understand why so many Mamook chose to live in Toliola instead. What are you looking at then? I was not aware that such tunnels could be found in Jatika Heartland. A well-kept secret indeed. A cavern, and it looks deep. The place I would show you is just ahead. This is the place you want to show us? It lies just beyond this passage. Entry to these grounds is not permitted even to the devout. Nonetheless, I would reveal our secrets to you. Rest assured, I shall take full responsibility. Come, see for yourself the truth of the blessed.
I shouldn't have looked down.
The stone pier yonder. That is our destination.
To erect it there would have been no small feat.
The work of Yakui hands built long, long ago. Our forebears merely altered the entrance.
Altered? To what end?
It will be quicker to show you. We have beasts that can carry us below.
Is that a hippogriff or?
But cool Cha-Cha.
What? Couldn't wait to laugh at the failure?
You've always come here to cry. Ever since you were little.
Mother!
The third promise seeks to learn about Mamook. She may be our chance to finally end what we have been powerless to stop. Talk talk with her. Tell her what we have done.
Fine. Perhaps it's only right that we be the ones to speak of it. Blessed as we are. Here. This vessel holds the remains of a two-headed Zoraal Ja. An infant. We converted the ruins into a cenotaph, so the souls of these children wouldn't return as vengeful spirits. Do you know how blessed siblings are made?
I've heard that they are born to Hubago and Bunawa parents.
Such unions between clans were originally arranged to stop infighting. The war against the Shibran was going poorly, and we needed to be united. Then, one day, a child was born. One blessed with two heads and tremendous power. When this child grew old enough to lead our army, we became unstoppable. The Shibral had no answer, and we drove them all the way back to the trees above. That taste of victory awakened our greed. We became obsessed with conceiving more and more of these superior children. No matter the cost. Of the countless born, most die. Trapped in their shells.
Low success rate. Most children do not survive their infancy. Or are stillborn.
Only 1 in 100 survive. If we are blessed, it is only because we yet live. Unlike our brothers and sisters, who were sacrificed for the glory of Mamook.
That's horrible.
Of course it's horrible! It's an atrocity we can never take back. Those children died so that we could live. So we had to succeed, no matter what. To fail would mean it was all for nothing. Nothing. But I did fail. I squandered their sacrifice.
I sympathize with your pain, but
I should never have been born.
You're wrong. You didn't ask to be born as you are, and you aren't responsible for your siblings' deaths. The people obsessed with blessed siblings are. They made their choices, but they don't make yours. Since when do you let others push you around, Bakul Jaja? What do you want? Say it!
I want it to end. I don't want any more to die.
Then you have my word. We'll put a stop to this madness.
Blessed siblings are revered by their supporters as a means to achieve dominance in Tural. If we understand why they harbor such aspirations in the first place, we would be better equipped to treat with them.
Indeed. I just hope they will be open to discourse.
Take me with you. Those fanatics treat my words as gospel.
No. There will be trouble if your father finds out you're still here. Moshutural Zush. There we will gather the people, and ask anything the Third Promise wishes to know.
Then take one of my scales. One that blends the Hubico and Bunewa coloring. It'll serve as proof that you have our trust. People will do as you say if you show it to them. I'm sorry for what I've said and done. I don't expect your forgiveness.
You had your reasons. I'm glad I could know them. Which is to say, you're not a complete alpaca's ass.
Thanks, Wuklama.
Well, maybe it's for the best. Hatred is exhausting, after all.
Indeed. So let us make the most of our newfound friendship and bring together the people of Mamook. We have much to discover.
Hey Desiree, before we join the others, can we talk for a moment? I really hated him, you know? Bakul Jaja? With every fiber of my being. Yeah, me too. He tried to ruin Ihana, sabotaged us on the river, kidnapped me for my keystone, and released the most vicious Tural of all time. Anything he could do to cause us pain, he did. Never in a million years would I forgive him. At the moment I understood why he did what he did. The pain he'd been carrying this whole time. All my anger just evaporated. He still needs to make amends. I hear you. Bakul Jaja's motives don't absolve him of his crimes. He must answer for them, like anyone else. But right now my duty is to ensure that no one in Mamook feels desperate enough to go to such lengths ever again. Anyway, thanks for listening. Now that I've voiced that, I feel readier for the challenges ahead. Come on, let's head back to the city. To think that there was such dark secrets behind blessed siblings. Even amongst Mamook, I cannot imagine many know the whole truth. Especially not those who reside in the capital. I had no idea Baku Jaja was bearing such a burden. He had chosen a different path. Still, I believe our true character is demonstrated not by our right action, but rather by our conduct upon recognizing our faults. It's a struggle I know all too well. It's amazing how Bukla Mat can connect with anyone. She's an incredible gift. Sometimes it's best to just forgive and move on. It can be difficult, gods, don't I know it. But that's all the more reason to try your damnness to look past how you were wronged and let bygones be bygones. Baku Jaja's scale represents his faith in us. We won't fail him or his people. The only way to help Mamook is to understand Mamook. We won't let Baku Jaja down. Scale of trust. We haven't a moment to lose. According to Milja, Zoraal Ja is an abandoned settlement northwest of the city. Should have thought of the privacy we require. We must work quickly, lest Zoraal Ja discover our intentions. Fortunately, Baku Jaja fought to give us additional scales, so we might cover more ground in less time. Everyone should take one and get going. Use them to gather as many people as you can. Desiree, let's retrace our steps. Maybe this time we can convince folk to lend an ear. Did I not tell you move along? Can't be seen talking to the likes of you. A blessed scale in an outsider's hand? What business do you have with me? So Baku Jaja sent you to call an assembly. I'm not sure what to make of this, but I shall go to Zoraal Ja at once. Look, I've already made a new friend. But scale, if a blessed trust you, then so will I. So what is it you require of me? Baku Jaja bids us come to Zoraal Ja. A strange place for an assembly, but very well. I will not refuse he who fights for our dreams. Have you managed to gather some of the good folks? Wonderful. The esteemed Baku Jaja will be pleased. This fellow here will be coming to Zoraal Ja as well. Apparently there's a Najul nursery to the west called Golmagic Grove. Could you go and see who you can talk to there as well? I meet you in Zoraal Ja afterwards. There's just one more person I need to find. Leave this place, outsider. Oh, my apologies. I was unaware. I thank you, blessed Scalebearer, for bringing me word of its gathering. I shall away to Zoraal Ja at once. Somehow this whole thing feels really tense to me. Where's Vuklamat? She said she wanted to get someone else. Ah. Sorry to keep you waiting. You invited the second promise as well? Lamati, need I remind you that this rite is a competition? Whatever advantage you are about to share with me, you ought to utilize to your own benefit. I've barely made headway in communicating with the locals. At this rate, you lead the race to the Golden City. I need your help. To complete the feat? No. Mamook has a problem I can't solve on my own, and you're the most clever person I know. I want you to hear the people firsthand, so that we might come up with a way to help them. Very well, I'm at your disposal. Everyone, thank you for gathering on such short notice. I'm Vuklamat, third promise of Tuliolal. Promise? I thought you served Zoraal Ja. You deceived us! No, they did not. The skills they showed you were mine. I entrusted them to the third promise and her retinue. Why honor these outsiders so? Because Vuklamat has won my trust. Now you will hear her words. Zoraal Ja shared with me the truth about blessed siblings. About the price you paid to conceive them. As an outsider to your community, it's not my place to judge you or your culture. Culture is born of experiences of its people, of their lives and their land. But it breaks my heart to know that yours has brought you all so much suffering. If any wish to break from the cycle of tragedy that creating blessed siblings demands, I ask that you join us. Please, I don't want any more of our children to die. You think we want this? We have no choice. Only blessed siblings can liberate us from the suffering. Without them, we have nothing. That remains to be seen. Speak with a third promise. Share with her your worries and your pain, and together we may find a new way forward. Together. If she is trustworthy, then I will speak with her. It would be best if you withdrew, my son. Many cannot yet speak freely in your presence. Let's keep an eye out for Zoraal Ja. He won't take kindly to this sort of gathering. Once we understand everyone's concerns, we'll be better equipped to help them. Let's make sure they feel heard. Not even I imagined my sister would one day befriend Bakul Jaja. Vuklamat risks her standing the right to attend to her people's needs. 'Tis a degree of selflessness few can claim to share. Everyone looks uneasy, but the faith in Bakul Jaja guides them even more. Now we come to the heart of it. I'm glad Kana agreed to help. He'll always be good at solving complicated problems, me not so much, but I support Mamook's people however I can. By combining our respective strengths, we'll help them discover a new source of hope. I know we will. Alright, Desiree. Before we start, let's make sure we are remembering our history correctly. The Mamook Ja and Jabral fought for centuries over the land in the upper forest, but due to infighting, Mamook Ja forces struggled to make significant gains. In order to promote cooperation, the Hubigo and Bunava clans intermarried, and that's how blessed siblings were first conceived. With that in mind, let's talk to the people and learn why they rely on blessed siblings. Blessed siblings promise us more than strength. They promise us the sun. This forest is dark and inhospitable, and give me opportunity to live in Tuliola. Most of our people didn't think twice, so the prospect of being among so many outsiders was intimidating enough to keep many of us here. Blessed siblings are meant to deliver us from this accursed forest, to lead us to a fertile land above, where we might make a place for Mamook Ja to abide in peace and plenty. So desire fertile land, one that is all your own. This land was once rich with ore, but the York-Hugh did not stop digging until all the wains were spent. The meteorites are only good for so much. Even if we made overtures to traders, we have little to offer. Nothing would make me happier than to make a good life for my family in the place where I was born. But that's impossible. So your resources are sparse as they are, and you don't have good prospects for trade. As you'll have noticed, this forest is very dark. Hardly any sunlight makes it through the canopy, so it feels like it's always night. We plow, we fertilize, we irrigate, yet our crops shrivel and die as though cursed. The only one that grows well is Najul, Jatika's banana in Turali. Try living on that and little else for a few centuries and see how you like it. A forest where nothing grows. It's not hard to imagine why you want to leave. Those who have known only open skies and bountiful land cannot comprehend our plight. To thrive, we must take what we lack by force. For that we need the might of our blessed siblings. There may be other ways to thrive, ways that don't require fighting. Well, I think I'm starting to understand. Everyone has their own perspective, but all their concerns were about the forest itself. Dark, infertile, cursed. Hearing that, it's a little wonder that people here wish they had better land. And who better to get it for them than blessed siblings? It's hard to convince people to stay in a place that can't provide what they need. You'd think the meteorites at least would have value, but apparently not. Hold on, didn't Aaronville mention something about the meteorites? That the ether they emit makes the plants grow blue? A rather significant physiological effect, I would say. If we were to study these meteorites, we might discover other ways they influence local flora. I noticed a curious amalgam of trees and meteors just south of here. Determining precisely how they interact with one another may yield crucial insights. Everyone, I really appreciate you sharing your thoughts with us. Thanks to your insight, we have a promising idea already. We just need a moment to investigate it further, so please bear with us. We'll be right back. Okay, but looking at the time, I probably should end it here. And we continue this next time. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.